Hey guys, me Matthew again, and today I'm going to be doing another audio series. Anyways, if you're new here, please like, subscribe to the bell down below. If you're not subscribed, please like, subscribe to the bell down below, as well as go for my community posts. You do not know where you may find. But anyways, this story is pretty much similar to Hunger Games and several other types, but slightly different. It's a bit more similar to Minecraft story mode where they encounter the games at the end of season 2, but it's a bit more realistic than Minecraft to the best of my capability, and is in a future setting. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the story. Chapter 3, the second game, Lava Race. The next morning, I woke up and got ready for today's post-game checkup. I got dressed, then opened my door to see my escort ready to do his job. My escort nods at me and leads me to my post-game checkup. We soon arrived with several of the life horse and a couple of rich-ass volunteers. It took us 30 minutes of waiting before we finally entered the examination room. The examination room is filled with various medical equipment and a large table in the center. The doctor calls out names one by one, examining each player thoroughly. When it's my turn, I step onto the table and lie down as instructed. The doctor was the one I met a couple months ago who had taken care of me for 2 weeks while unconscious and recovering from being stabbed in my ribs. Dr. 1. Good morning. He smiles professionally. Dr. 1. Let's see. He starts checking my vital signs. Dr. 1. Blood pressure, heart rate. He mutters to himself while checking my body for injuries. Dr. 1. Any pain or discomfort anywhere? He asked, his hands gently pressing on my stomach and chest where the stab wound was. No, sir. Even my enhancements are working perfectly, sir, I said respectfully. Dr. 1. He nods approvingly. Dr. 1. Your body has fully recovered from the stab wound. Your enhancements are indeed working perfectly. He writes something down on his clipboard. Dr. 1. Any sexual activity recently? He asked casually. Very funny, sir. I know he was teasing, telling me that he saw Miss Hannigan kiss me on live TV. He chuckled softly before turning serious again. Dr. 1. Just checking if there were any complications from that incident. He taps my shoulder reassuringly before stepping away. Dr. 1. You're good to go for today's game. He hands me my medical clearance card. Thank you, sir. I grab the card from his hand before heading out. Until next time, sir. I smiled warmly before I joined my escort outside to head to the waiting room to see if we are even going to be playing today's game today or whenever all the injured players are healed up. As I exit the examination room, my escort leads me to the waiting area where the team manager is discussing strategies with the coach. The room is filled with players sitting on benches. Suddenly, the team manager stands up abruptly. Team manager. Alright, listen up. I suspected that it was time for all 50 players to be split up into teams of two based on the most voted pairings from the audience in the country of the United States. Team manager, due to popular demand from our own the audience, we're going to be pairing up players based on their most voted pairings. The team manager announces. Team manager, you'll be split up into teams of two, and the voting will determine who plays with whom. He pauses dramatically before continuing. Team manager, let's begin. He pressed the button to show the results of the 25 teams and their pairings. The large screen at the front of the room flickers to life, displaying the pairings. Players start murmuring and looking around to see who they've been paired with. Some cheer, others groan playfully. The team manager calls out each pairing one by one. I waited for both my name and Beast Connigan's. Team manager. And finally, the last pairing. The team manager pauses for dramatic effect. Team manager. Beast Connigan and... He smiles mischievously. Team manager. Beast Connig. The room erupts in cheers and whistles. Players turn to look at us both with amused expressions. Guess it was earlier than we thought. My look. She French kissed me with needy passion and joy. I held her close, not caring about the whistles all around us. The room erupts into even louder cheers and catcalls as Beast Connigan and pulls away from the kiss, both of us grinning wildly. The team manager chuckles and shakes his head. Team manager, all right, save some of that for the game. Once we saw that all 50 of us are in and obviously all in good shape, unfortunately, that means the game will start today, but I can't complain given my teammate is my girlfriend. It was time for the game we're playing today to be announced. The team manager clears his throat to regain everyone's attention. Team manager, alright, listen up. Today's game is Lava Race. Each 25 teams of all 50 players will be running through a labyrinth where certain parts will drop fast-flowing hot lava, and it's your job to run past it or die trying. Anyways, at the end of the labyrinth is a room filled with obstacles to parkour across and a snake pit. If you parkour across the obstacles and the last surviving team crosses the finish line, the game will end. He pauses. Team managers. Any questions? Yeah, what kind of snakes are we talking? Or is it a mixed pair that don't eat each other, sir? I asked with disdain for FTS. Team manager. It's a mix of various venomous snakes, vipers, cobras, mambas, and a few others. They won't eat each other, but they will most definitely bite you if you step in the pit. He eyes me sternly. With that, I let the others ask their various questions. After answering a few more questions, the manager blows a whistle sharply. Team manager, alright, that's enough chatter. Gear up and get into your assigned teams. Remember, strategy and teamwork are the key out there. He points to the entrance of the labyrinth. Team manager, game starts in 5 minutes. So, Mike Connigan, what enhancements do you have that I can't see? I smile tenderheartedly. hacking out her claws and double skin like I have. I also see that he has sharper mechanical sail blades on her lower arms leading up to her elbows. Beast Connigan smiles back at me, showing off her sharp claws and double skin. She flexes her arms, revealing the purple mechanical sail blades even more clearly. Beast Connigan, I've got these babies installed, she says proudly, running a finger along the blades. Beast Connigan, they're not just for show either. Quite the edge. That should help with wind resistance. But what about speed, my Connigan? 'Cause I'm able to run 59.11 miles an hour with the training I went through, I asked humbly. Beast Connigan, impressive, she murmurs. Beast Connigan, for me, with my cybernetic enhancements and training, I can hit 65 miles per hour at top speed. Also, my double skin helps with temperature balancing and stretching or shrinking to accommodate my body shape, and my claws are great for climbing or tearing through obstacles. She grins mischievously. Perfect. Now, let's get into our lane before we're forced to, my Connigan. I giggled warmly with a loving smile. Beast Connigan, got it, she replies, giving my hand a gentle squeeze before leading me to our assigned lane. As we take our positions, the starting line becomes crowded with teams, each looking more formidable than the last. The manager steps forward once more, raising a hand for silence. Team manager, 3, 2, 1. The doors closed at that moment, hard behind us, making us all run. Both Beast Connigan and I ran on all fours, moving faster than the others, waiting to see when the lava falls would start coming down as we tread through the labyrinth. The labyrinth is a maze of twisting corridors and dead ends, designed to test both speed and strategy. As we run, we hear the distant rumbling of lava falls ahead. Suddenly, the ground beneath us begins to shake violently, and a massive wave of molten rock crashes down from above. Beast Connigan, now! We jumped on opposite sides just in time to pass the lava, hearing a couple of teams burning alive, but we kept running regardless. We noticed signs that told us we were on the right track. Before every dead end, there were signs of snakeskins. As we navigate through the labyrinth, we encounter more signs of snakeskins leading towards a particular path. The air grows thicker with humidity, and we can hear faint hissing sounds echoing through the corridors ahead. Signs of snakes become more frequent, indicating that we're approaching the snake pit area. We see the obstacles we're supposed to parkour across, despite seeing some venomous snakes on some of the obstacles, but we leaped and skipped across them as fast as we could without slowing down. The parkour obstacles are challenging, but Beast Connigan and I handled them with ease. Our speed and agility allow us to skip across the platforms without touching the venomous snake's coil beneath them. The hissing sounds grow louder as we approach a large open area filled with snakes of all kinds. We jumped across and past them before not too long. We see the finish line with a thin red film for us to break through. We sprint towards the finish line, the red film stretching across it like a Vile. As we approach, I can see other teams struggling behind us, some having lost members to the snakes or lava falls. This Congan and I leap together, breaking through the red film simultaneously. We braced ourselves by moving to the side sharply before hitting hard against the soft padding. As we hit the soft padding, we rolled to the side, absorbing the impact and quickly regaining our footing. The red film dissolves into nothingness behind us, signaling that we have successfully completed the lava race. The adrenaline still coursing through our veins makes every sense heightened as we look around. Wow, what a rush, I said breathlessly. Beast Connigan turns to me with a fierce grin, her chest heaving from the intense run. Beast Connigan, we did it, she pants out, grabbing my arm excitedly. Other teams are still struggling through the course behind us. Suddenly, the announcer's voice echoes through the arena. As the announcer calls out, I counted 39 surviving players. 5 teams only having 1 surviving player, while the rest hail full teams of 2. Announcer, there are now only 39 players left, with 15 teams remaining intact and only 5 lone survivors. Now, for those who managed to complete the lava race successfully, he pauses dramatically. A screen turned on to show Beast Connigan and I earning 1 million in our accounts, mixed with 20,564 for me and 20,780 for Beast Connigan from our sponsors, while the other players in the top 4 below us each earned less. A collective gasp echoes through the arena as everyone watches the screen. We glance at each other, hardly able to believe our fortune. Beast Connigan, 1 million? Beast Connigan whispers, her eyes wide with disbelief. Meanwhile, the other top teams exchange jealous glances and frustrated mutters. Well, at least we have more to work with when it comes to upgrades and enhancements, my Connigan. I giggled, playfully humble. Beast Connigan laughs genuinely at my humble joke, shaking her head in amusement. Beast Connigan, damn right we do, she says with a smirk, playfully punching my arm. The announcer continues. Announcer, and let that be a harsh lesson to those of you who underestimated this course. The announcer's voice grows darker. Announcer, for the teams who ranked below 5th place, there are no financial rewards for their efforts. Some teams groan and curse. Announcer, but don't worry, he continues. Announcer, you're still very much in this game. You'll have a chance to redeem yourselves in the next game. However, he pauses again, making everyone tense up. Announcer, the game just got more serious. Expect fewer safety nets. Expect higher stakes. He smirks mischievously. He was ready to say one last thing before closing the show. Announcer, lastly, I want to congratulate our top 2 teams. Not only did they earn the most money, but they also who demonstrated exponential teamwork and strategy. They are now officially the favorites to win this season of FTS. The crowd erupts, cheers, and boos. Announcer: thank you for watching.